We're back. I'm here with Rebecca from Needlepoint Joint in Ogden, Utah. Yay!
Hello.
I'm excited. We're announcing our next knit along. Oh, okay, that was shocking, and I was not expecting that.
Awesome. There's nothing better than cat butt in the morning.
This is Audrey. Viewers will remember she was the teeny weeny baby kitty that almost didn't live, and she is entitled. Right. Anyway, okay, so we're announcing our next knit along. So we're going to cast on May 17th, I think we said.
We decided May 17th.
Yay. And we're doing a lovely, simple Netflix knitting top-down raglan sweater called After the Rain by Heidi Kermeyer. Heidi, I apologize if I've said your name wrong. We'll put the link to the pattern down below. But this could easily be your first sweater. If you have not knitted a sweater before, this could be it.
I've knit a few of Heidi's patterns, and they are so well written. They're just so easy to knit. They're so fun, and they turn out so nicely.
Yeah. And I chose this pattern because I really think there's lots of options. Like if people want to do the stripes, cool. You can make big stripes, little stripes, pin stripes, no stripes. You can do whatever you want. If you don't want stripes, don't do stripes. Just knit a solid top-down raglan first sweater. You could, there's so many projects. There's like 930 something projects. So go surf through the projects and see what other people have done. It's fantastic. All the creativity people have brought to this pattern. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and how much fun would it be to use leftovers, right?
So it's knitted with DK. So Rebecca has yarn suggestions for us.
I do. So we've done a knit along with this before, and people came back to us and they loved it. And it's a great option, especially when it's like your first sweater and you're like, I don't know if I want to commit to like $30 a ball for, so this is Berroco Vintage Dk. Mm-hmm. It's got great yardage. It's 290 yards for a ball. It's a blend of acrylic, wool, and nylon, and it's 40% wool, so it drapes and blocks like wool does, but it's easy care. So you're not having to, worry, am I going to felt this by hand washing it? You can actually machine wash it on gentle, although we always recommend you lay flat to dry.
Yeah.
But it's a really nice, easy care yarn. It comes in tons and tons of colors. Yeah. And at $9 a skein, it's super affordable to put together a first sweater.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's really affordable. And on the pattern, before you even purchase the pattern, she has sizes listed with recommended yardage. So I want to note, when you go look at the pattern, when you click over to Ravelry and look at that, it will say all the sizes. The yardage given is for one color. So you need to double that. So if you want to do stripes with two colors, then you would say which one. I was looking at the 2X because I'm a large person, and it was like 780 yards. So I would double that for a total of 1560. But I would pick my two colors, and I would need 780 of each color for that size. So just, read before you decide to place your order so you know how much you need. Yes.
Yeah, and broken down, if you're planning on doing as it's written that you'll need X number of yards for each color.
Right. There's so many that I looked at on the project page that were like really subtle stripes, like a dark purple and a light purple, because I'm all about the purple, or two shades of gray. Or then I saw one project that was like a solid color, but then she did 10 rows of the main color and like only 2 or 3 rows of a pinstripe. I thought that was cool. I'm like, I have no idea how I'll decide, but it looked awesome.
That would be really pretty too. Like if you wanted to use like kind of a color that's not necessarily a color you would normally do, to have that safe neutral, but those little pops of like a bright color. So like I brought over this one. It's a new color. It's a little bit darker than you can see in the camera, but it's like bright and cheery. And maybe you don't want to do a whole sweater like that, but you could add like a neutral to it and just do some little pops of it to get you that little pop of color. So it's still safe, but you're still colorful.
Yes.
So Yeah, so I brought a bunch of different colors over because there are so many color combinations you can make in this yarn. You can go from like totally chill, neutral gray to like all kinds of crazy colors. So you can have a lot of fun planning it.
And being that you love all the unicorn, woo!
I do.
You
People love
you
them.
could make some craziness. So you guys have a lot of color options shown on your website.
Mhm.
As you've mentioned before, when we've done previous knit-alongs, Berroco will drop ship. And so even though there's been some supply issues in the world, um, Berroco's pretty good, and you wouldn't have to wait for Berroco to send it to you in Utah and then for you to send it out. Like Berroco will drop ship, which is one reason why we're excited to do this and that it is cool. Like the supply chain will carry forward. Yeah.
Absolutely. It makes it really easy because we receive your order. Berroco doesn't ship directly to people unless we are the intermediary.
Correct.
So you send me the order, I send it off to Berroco, and Berroco sends you this cute little package with all of your yarn in it. And I have talked to them. They don't foresee any major supply chain issues going on right now with this. So we think we're going to be safe on pretty much everything. So.
Well, and that's why we're announcing this as early as we are. So there's time. So there's time for you to make your decision. And then there's time for you. I mean, there's a good 6 weeks here for you to place your order with Rebecca and then for you to receive your order from Berroco. So
yeah. Typically what happens is when I place your order, I put it in, and usually within a day or two, I have a tracking number that I'm sending off to you. And if there's any issues or if something comes up, you can always call me. I'm happy to chat with you.
Yeah, you guys have fantastic customer service. So it's true. And that's what I'll say. You're real people. So sometimes when you call, you get the answering machine, but that's because maybe you're with a customer like live in person. And so don't just hang up, like actually leave a message. Rebecca will call you back. She really will. It's not just a dead zone. And people can also email. You're really good about getting back to people with email as well.
Yeah, I'm totally open to emails or calls or however you need to get a hold of me, get a hold of me, and we'll work it out. So we also have another option available here in the shop. This isn't available as a drop ship, but we do have, because we know some of us are, we want to work with all natural fibers. And we have brought a yarn in a DK weight that we are in love with. This is Scout from Kelborn Woolens. The label's a little hard to see, but it is a 100% wool. It's this tweedy, kind of heathery colored yarn, and it comes in beautiful colors. You can make beautiful color combinations out of this. This is the navy and a mustard, which I love this combination together. It comes in 274 yard skeins, but it will not be set up as a drop ship. You would want to call the store and make arrangements, or you can order it directly off our website in the yardage that you need.
Because your stock is updated. Like you can see how much is in stock with whatever color on your website.
Right. Exactly. And if I'm out of stock on a color, give me a call and I can work that out with Kelborn Woolens. But this yarn is just delicious. It is so soft and wonderful.
So if people want to go with that, they can figure out their yardage and then just look for the Scout on your website. I'll put links in the video description that I will say unashamedly, these are my affiliate links. So I appreciate if you click through. But Rebecca will fix it too. If you need to call her and you need some help figuring it out and you want to know what she has in stock, then call Rebecca. So, yay.
So,
yes. So you have that mustard and navy. Did you bring any other colors over?
I did. So I brought this like tealy blue that I love that I think would be beautiful. But I like bright. And I'm really in love with this yellow and the two of those together.
See, that almost looks like a sagey green on my screen.
It does. It's got some little undertones of sage, but it is definitely a mustard yellow. It's called actually Sunflower Heather.
So if you want to see a better representation, go to the website.
Go on our website. Yeah. Sorry, our light in the store for this is kind of so. But there's some beautiful colors. The navy that I was showing you has these undertones of this purpley maroon.
Oh, that would be lovely.
They would blend beautifully.
That would be a little understated, and that would be beautiful together.
Tracy did a Kate Davies sweater out of this yarn, and she used that maroon with the white, and it turned out just beautifully. But I can't even tell you how soft this washes. It's a fantastic natural fiber.
Is it merino? Does it say what kind of wool it is?
It is not merino specifically. It doesn't. I don't have the exact wool, what breed
What sheep
content
it is?
But it's soft. My one true love wool fiber is and always will be Cormo. It is softer than merino, I think.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's lots of good ones.
So that's exciting. So cast on will be, shall I say, swatching will be May 17th. Because swatching is important, especially for your first garment, your first sweaters, and the fact that we're potentially doing stripes. If you decide to do that, swatching is important. So we will begin swatching May 17th.
It's really important too when you're combining colors to make sure, 'cause when you hold a couple colors up, you may think, oh, I really like these together. And then when you put them together in the knit, you're like, or maybe you want to change the way you stripe. So
Right. So it's good to try that. If you're going to have little stripes progressing to bigger stripes, check it out and see how it's going to look. Yeah. Swatching is important.
Very, very important.
Okay. Don't skip it.
Don't. Bad things will happen.
Well, I mean, it's not like the Pearl Together police are going to show up, but you might regret it. I'm just saying.
It may be weird.
Okay. So by the time this video goes live, you will be able to click where you need to click or call Rebecca or whatever. But yay! All right. Thanks so much for working with me again.
You're welcome.